Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is still Monday, August the 12th, 2024. I am back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And this, before I get to the topic, I want to address an email I got today. And first of all, she said she was a new subscriber, what have you. She been, just found my channel, and she's glad that she did, and I'm glad you did also. I thank you, and I appreciate that. And it wasn't an email topic, but it was just, we were talking in the email. She had something she wanted to bring to my attention. Maybe she thought I didn't already know it or see it or what have you. But I'm a genius. I'm up on everything, pretty much. And if I'm not, I will be. So, she sent me this video. I don't know if y'all heard about it or seen it, where Trump was giving a speech to some Christians, right? And he was asking for their vote, telling them how he really needs their vote. And if you don't know the context or the storyline behind it, you would think he's telling Christians, if I'm elected, I'm gonna fix what Christians ain't never got to vote again. Like he's throwing away our democracy and the Constitution. If you ain't careful, like I tell y'all all the time, they go for both sides, Democrat and Republican. They do each other like that. You can't trust neither side. But this time, it's false information from the Democrats on the Trump, right? So they twisted it to make it seem like he telling Christians that if he's elected, he's gonna do away with voting. He's just gonna be president forever, and you ain't never got to vote again, even though that's how our country is founded, we vote. But if you don't know no better, if you listen to those clips that they play, just only the clip, because the clips are meant to manipulate you, no matter whose side is on. If somebody playing a Kamala Harris just clip, if you don't hear the whole context, the whole speech, they can manipulate your thoughts. I give credit on both sides. Both of them do that bullshit. But with Kamala Harris, you can listen to her whole speech and still say she's an imbecile. But this particular clip that they're talking about, what she was talking about in the inbox, is Trump telling a group of Christians at one of them little rallies, what have you, if you vote for me, you won't, and if I win, you won't have to vote again. Oh, Big Boy, did you see this? I heard it out of my own mouth. He told Christians he gonna do away with voting. And no, it ain't that he told Christians. He said that he said if he win, we ain't voting no more. We ain't have to vote no more. That's the way the clip that she saw was manipulated to make it seem like that's what he said. That if he win, he gonna do away with voting, like he gonna be a dictator. That's what he's saying. We ain't vote no more. But really, what had happened was, and this is God and the truth. I watched that clip, the video, so I know. Cause if I hear him say some bullshit, I'm gonna tell y'all. I told y'all I don't love either one of them. I'm gonna give credit where credit is due, and I'm gonna criticize when it needs to be criticized. If I hear Trump say some bullshit, I'm gonna say he said some bullshit. Like I don't like what he said about the immunity for the cops until I checked it out for myself. All right, so I went to see, did he really say this? That he gonna do away with voting if he win, because if he said that for real, I'm coming on here and I'm putting his ass on blast. That ain't what he said. This is what happened. He was giving a speech to Christians, letting them know how important this particular election is for America. We hear it every election cycle that this the most important election we've had. They say that every year, every election, especially for president. This is the most important one we had. Every one be the most important. Trying to scare you into voting. But reality, this one really is. Because we almost dead. We on life support. We can't stand another accident or what have you while we already on life support. We can't stand more trauma while we on life support. If Kamala Harris get in office it's like we on life support and somebody came in there with a 12-gauge shotgun and went on ended it and finished the job. We won't come up off life support if Kamala Harris wins. If Trump wins, we have a possibility of coming back, of healing at least. We won't be perfect, but we can get out the ICU. Maybe move to a room. Maybe be released to home care or something. But if Trump do nothing else, he'll get us off life support. He probably won't heal us completely, but at least we get off life support. If Kamala Harris get in, we're done. Beep, flatline. So he was speaking to these Christians, right? And whether a lot of y'all, some of y'all might not notice or not, you got some diehard Christians, millions of them, that don't believe in voting. They don't vote Democrat or Republican. They stay out of the political because they believe that's a sin. And I believe it too. How can you be a Christian and be of any party, Republican or Democrat, because they're both full of shit. So if you're a Christian, a true Christian don't vote at all. They stay out of it because it don't align with what y'all are taught in the Bible. Neither party. So therefore, you got Christians that follow the Bible. I know y'all find that hard to believe because all of the fake Christians out here, the hypocrites, what have you. Y'all don't know that there's a lot of Christians that's true to what they believe in, like some Muslims. You got some Christians that's true and follow the Bible to a T. We call them crazy, a lot of folk. But you got Christians, don't play about that, what they believe, and they live it. They walk it like they talk it. So therefore, y'all might not know there's millions of Christians out here that don't vote. Millions. Because they believe both parties are against God and what God commanded them to do, so therefore they don't get involved in politics. Trump was speaking to those Christians, telling them, I know y'all, I'm paraphrasing what was going on so I can explain it to some children. That's easy to manipulate, so I need to break it down what really happened. He basically saying, I know y'all don't like to vote. I know y'all don't vote, but I need your help. If you just vote this one time here, help me win. You don't have to vote no more. Y'all can go back to how you was, pretty much. He's not saying he's gonna fix it to where they ain't gotta vote. He's saying they can choose not to vote after they vote this time. Just do me this favor, because our country is in trouble. We need y'all to come out and vote this time. If you vote for me this time, you won't have to vote again. But we need you this time. Help us just this time. And then after we win this time, you can go back to how you was, where you don't vote. Not saying he gonna fix the law, remove the Constitution and where they don't have to vote. He telling them by their own choice, they can go back to how they was already living. And they can choose on their own not to vote, but do me a favor right now. Which they probably still ain't gonna do it. But he at least asked. Closed mouths don't get fed. It don't hurt to ask. He's asking those millions of Christians who already don't vote, please vote for me this time. We need you to help save this country. Just do it this one time. You won't have to do it again. Not that he gonna grant them some type of, he can't do that. Y'all don't think he can't grant them what they ain't got, Christians ain't got to vote no more. What the fuck? You got Christians that want to vote. You got some that don't. So that's what that meant. Maybe you understand what I'm saying, maybe you don't. Now on to the topic of the video. I was listening to the Breakfast Club this morning. I love the Breakfast Club, even though they're Democrat leaning. I like the other stuff they do. Not the politics. I like the other stuff. Politics aside. And a man was on there talking about he was married, this and that. He got one daughter, like a 2-year-old daughter. And his wife left him for a stud. For those of you that don't know what a stud is, that's the masculine gay woman that looked like a man. Like in the black community, the one with the dreads and the pants sagging. For some reason, the black studs always want to look like hood niggas. I don't know why they don't look like honorable, respectful black men that went to college. All the studs in the black community want to look like the hood dude, look like Pookie and Ray Ray. You never see a black stud looking like just a regular upstanding, clean-cut guy. Why is that? But that's another story. If y'all ever know the black stud, they always look like the gangsters. They always look like the hood dude. You never see a black stud looking like just a regular dude. Even if you're going to look like a dude, they don't look like the regular dude. They always look like the thugs. The black stud look like thugs. That's just something I've observed. But anyway, dude was like, his wife left him for a woman. You know, she got to come to grip with, she gay. She just became gay. She wasn't always gay, she just became gay. So maybe she wasn't gay, because, you know, she was married, had kids and everything. They were together like 10 years, what have you. She left him for a woman. So whether she was gay or not, this is where I'm going with this. Men are losing their women or woman to other women in two ways. A woman took your woman. Fellas, a lot of y'all, who include myself, and I'm explaining what I'm talking about, because I ain't lose my wife or family to some stuff, but it was still as a result of a woman. And what I mean by that, y'all heard me talk about women are keeping other women single. So there's two ways that men are out here losing their women and their families to other women. One is the LGBTQ factor, the studs, the uptick. There's a lot more down low gay women out here than men, whether y'all want to believe it or not. We talk about the DL men, but there's a lot of women also. And I tell y'all all the time about how when I'm out in the club and out and about looking at women in the club, they be gathered up amongst each other, nasty dancing, stripping, grinding all up on other women. They supposed to be just friends. That's my friend. Go, girl. Hey, but they supposed to be straight. But they dancing with other women like they dancing with a man. All nasty and provocative and sexual up on another woman. Smacking each other on the butt, rubbing it. Y'all done seen it. And I'm telling y'all, most women out here are either down low, outright that way, or they thinking about it. They fantasize about it. It's on their mind. The majority of women, even if they ain't done it, they done thought about it. So, the two ways that we are losing women to other women, one is the LGBTQ factor, and the other one is listening to bitter women talking them into leaving their husband or boyfriend. Listening to other women, not gay women, just stupid women. Listening to women talk them into leaving you. Girl, I wouldn't be with no man like that. Girl, you should have this. A real man does this. I wouldn't take that out no man. Like with my issue, one of the issues was the mama in her ear, which is a woman. You shouldn't have to do the call. We was in a position where I wasn't financially where I could pay everything by myself. But mom and them in the ear talking about you shouldn't have to pay for nothing. You shouldn't have to, even though they over there struggling, her and her husband, which her and her dad, they over there struggling, but she in your ear telling me like what, telling you about, you know, you telling me about what your mama said about what you shouldn't have to pay for, about what you shouldn't have to do, that you shouldn't have to help me financially. Then she got cousins in her ear, lying on me, talking about they saw me with this woman, saw me with that woman, lying. So therefore, another woman, or women contributed to my marriage declining and being over. They didn't make her do it, but y'all get my point. In your ear, peer pressure. Some folks ain't strong enough to resist peer pressure, especially women. Women care a lot about what their friends and family think about them. Believe it or not, they might say they don't give a damn about this, a lie. Most women care about what their friends, their girlfriends, and family members think about them. So that's two ways we are losing women because of women. You lost your woman to a woman. A woman took your woman in two ways: the gay way or the throwing salt way. Throwing salt on you, talking down on you, always in your girl ear talking about you ain't this, that, and other. You shouldn't be with her. You shouldn't take this girl. We don't need this man. You don't need no man. You can do bad by yourself. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Or just flat out king stud. The stud of all studs. Manipulated your girl like they do in prison. They do it out here too. A woman that probably wasn't like that. It's a possibility she wasn't like that. She might have just thought about it like all of them think about it. I don't care what none of them say. Every woman walking around here might not have done it. Because I'm looking at the environment. I can't say that about every man. I know I'm a man that thought it never crossed my mind, but I'm not doing stuff that's suspect either. I see a lot of so-called straight women doing stuff that's suspect. The main one is when y'all in the club, bumping and grinding all up on each other. You'll never catch me doing that with my homeboy. I don't care how long we've been friends. I don't care if he done saved my life. I was drowning, he jumped out there in 100-foot water and saved me. You'll never catch me bumping and grinding up on my homeboy and calling myself straight. But women do it all the time. I don't care. You can't go out nowhere without seeing it. That ain't 100% straight. Even if you haven't indulged as a woman. If you doing anything like that, you suspect. It's in you. You thought about it. It has crossed your mind. Me, on the other hand, it never crossed my mind to pack no peanut butter or have nobody pack mine. Don't cross my mind. If you smack me on my ass, you gotta fight. So, therefore, and when I say, y'all know I gotta do my disclaimer. When I say all, or most would have, I'm not talking about 100% women. There are some women, y'all gonna hear you, big water ain't never thought about being with no woman. It's strictly dickly with me. Not all, baby. I don't know how long y'all been following me. I stopped giving a disclaimer about when I'm not all. So the all police don't come. I haven't had to say that in a while, but I'm gonna say it now because I got a lot of new subscribers. I'm not talking about every woman walking the face of the earth to have thoughts of being with another woman. I have thought about it. I'm quite sure there's a handful of y'all that thought ain't never crossed your mind. But most of y'all, whether you admit it or not, you know I ain't lying. It have crossed your mind even if you ain't never done it. You may have never done it, but y'all looking at other women nowadays saying, damn that bitch. If I ever get with a woman, it'll be with her. I done heard women say that. I ain't never been with no woman, but if I get with one, it'll be her. I done heard women say that they've never been with a woman, but then seen a woman so damn fine. What's that woman that just divorced that basketball player, Tiana Taylor? I heard not too long, a couple of days ago, a woman say that about her, how fine, how bad she is. I ain't never been with no woman, but if I get with one, it'll be her. So I ain't just running my damn mouth like a lot of y'all think. Fellas, a lot of y'all out here, you think there's a man you gotta worry about? It's women. You think there's other men, cause really the man, another man really ain't no issue no more, because a lot of times women nowadays don't even like men no more. Y'all know, you heard about the gender war. Women nowadays pretty much don't even get along, don't even want no men, don't like men. A lot of women are with men nowadays just to use them. Not because they want them or like them. So now more than ever, another man ain't what you got to be worried about, fella. Y'all looking out for another man, you better look out for these women. Whether it be King Stud, or whether it be other women just in her ear, turning her against you. Either way, you done lost your woman to another woman. Either through bumping and grinding with another woman, or a woman just saying you ain't ish. Her best friend, who she done trusted and grew up with and played with baby doll together when they were little, now they grown, She ain't paying attention to her best friend hating on her. Can't stand the fact that she got a man. But she can't find it in her heart to believe that her best friend is jealous of her in her relationship. So she don't know that the stuff her best friend is telling her is out of hate and animosity and jealousy, telling her she should leave you. Even though your girl or your wife know you the best thing that ever happened to her for the man case, besides her dad, if she had a dad. And still will let her best friend talk her into leaving you. Not because you're a bad dude, but because her best friend is jealous of her. And she ain't got the sense enough to know, or the maturity to know, the experience to know that my friend want me single just like her. A woman took your woman. And them the two ways they do it. Get it, got it, good. Bye.